The use of motorbikes for commercial purposes, popularly called okada, has become the newfound trade for many young people across the country. What used to be just a means of transport for rural folks in particular is now a viable source of livelihood for many Ghanaian youths. Motorbikes have become the preferred means of transport for rural folks because it is the easiest and cheapest means by which they ply their businesses. Farmers use motorbikes to carry heavy loads to and from the farm. Nurses and health workers see it as the most efficient means to access the hinterlands to dispense healthcare services. The last 5 years has seen a rise in the use of motorbikes for commercial purposes in towns and cities such as Accra, Kumasi, Tamale and Cape Coast. However, in 2012, the use of motorbikes for commercial purposes in the country was outlawed under the Section 128 of the Road Traffic Regulations 2012, which states that the licensing authority shall not register a motorcycle to carry a fee-paying passenger. The law also prohibits any person from using a motorcycle or tricycle for commercial purposes except for carrier and delivery services, while it also prohibits pillions from riding on a motorcycle or tricycle as paying passengers. Offenders are liable to a fine or imprisonment. However, these laws are yet to see any strict enforcement. While some are calling for it to be legalized and allowed to operate within a given time, doctors also added their voice that government should revisit the conversation of legalizing motorbikes for commercial purposes. This is because of the increase in patients that are brought to hospitals as a result of motorcycle accidents. Touching on the business of okada riders, the presidential candidate of the National Democratic Congress, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, stated while addressing the chiefs and people of Kwandu in the Volta region on Friday 21st August 2020 that okada riding has become the norm and must be accepted by all. He further stated that it has become a source of employment for many young people in the country. Early this year, the Transport Minister, Honorable Kwesi Ofori-Isiama, said the NPP government had begun stakeholder consultations to decide on whether to review the law banning the commercial use of motorcycles or implement it. His comments generated mixed reactions from Ghanaians, with one section throwing their support behind it, while another called for the implementation of the law banning the okada operations. However, clearing the air, the Vice President, Dr. Mahammudu Bawumia, has said the new Patriotic Party will not succumb to pressure to make the commercial use of motorbikes, popularly known as okada, a legal means of commercial transport. Describing the operations of okada in the country as a risky business, Dr. Bawumia announced government's proposed alternative to offer new cars to the operators on a lease basis in order for them to carry out their activities in a much safer manner. He further indicated that the governing party is coming up with a much better option than the legalization of okada as promised by the flag bearer of the opposition National Democratic Congress, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
There's been a recent discussion about okada in Ghana, this motorcycle transport. I think that in the context of what we are doing, we would rather encourage the okada riders to come in and try to buy and lease these vehicles so that they can run businesses. They need to graduate from this risky and less safe okada riding to a safer means of transportation. Their problem will be a lack of capital. But if you bring in new leasing policies and we have our national ID cards with our digital addresses and so on, we can have a credit system working and give you an option other than this risky, you don't want to finish graduate school and then you make a life in okada riding. You can have a better option, and we will give you a better option. So yes, we will not legalize okada business in Ghana. It may be a tough decision, but it is in the interest of Ghanaians. We have had discussions, but we will stick to our decision to provide a better alternative for the okada riders. Let's give them opportunities to buy safer vehicles, to lease safer vehicles and pay over time. And I think it's a better option than what the alternative is.